Hello makeshifters! Today I wanted to show you in detail how I attach articulated fly or a lure with titanium leader material without any wastage. Whenever I need to attach two hooks to one another on a lure, I like to use titanium leader material. And whether it is your normal articulated fly on two single hooks, or like in this case, it's a back piece for a spinner on two treble hooks, there's kind of a one technique to do it. And to attach one hook to another, you can do it in many ways. Of course, you can use your normal monofilament or fluorocarbon line, or even if you wish, you can use your normal braided line. But the problem with that is I fish in places that have pike, and pike will bite me off straight away if I use braid or mono or fluorocarbon. Also, the problem in using braid, it's very flexible, and if there's not enough stiffness in the joint, the hook will loop over and foul hook on itself. Another great option that I used to go with for years is your standard pike leader material. So it's your metal steel wire, 7-strand, whether it's uncoated like this one or 7-strand that's coated. It gets the job done, but the problem with that, let me show you. That is the articulated part on a lure with uncoated wire material. After the first fish, it just started looking to the side. And this is the coated one. The fish was bigger on this one, and it's looking even worse. So the fly will not ride straight. It's going to track on itself, and the hook, if it's not going to foul hook onto the front hook, it's going to loop over on the deformed loop, and it's going to ride crooked. To get rid of those problems, I started using titanium leader material. It doesn't kink, it's strong, it's one piece, but the problem with it, it is slippery and also expensive. So I want to attach it in such a way that it's not going to pull out, and I don't want to have any wastage. So let me show you how I attach my articulation, smaller hook to the bigger one. In all my lures, when using titanium leader material, I'm always putting the material through the eye of the hook and folding it over. In this case, it's great because it's a treble that have a big eye. You can put it through the eye of the hook, no problem. If it's the case of articulated fly with two single hooks, make sure that the eye of the hook is big enough for you to put the material through the eye and fold it over. I'm going to use black thread in 6/0. So first, I need to know what length of the leader material I need to cut. And to calculate that, I'm just going to get normal monofilament line. Going to put the line into the eye of the hook, tie a knot, then take one end and put it in the eye of the hook again. Now the eye of the hook is inside the loop. So I got 7mm or 8mm beads. Then I tie it in with a few turns, position it however far or close I want it. And then I put one end into the eye of the hook, and then the other end. Bring the thread to the eye, and fold the line over. Then I will cut it a few mil short to where I stopped the thread. And now I will unravel. Then I'll stretch it across the ruler. So for this hook, I need to cut around 15 centimeters. And we're going to compare the ends, and both of them are actually pretty even. So we'll take this end and we'll put it into the loop. And now this end is longer, so we'll turn it around and put this end into the loop. And there we have it, guys. There is a nice little loop with almost even ends. And you may think, why do I need to make it into a loop like that? Why can't I just fold the titanium leader like this and put the hook into this loop? The problem is, titanium leader is great, doesn't kink, it's strong, but it doesn't like angles more than 90 degrees. So this there will be a weak point, and a fish will break you off, and you cannot take the advantage of a full breaking strength. I have tied it down roughly towards the middle of the hook shank, and now I'm going to take this tag end and put it in the eye of the hook, and the other one as well. It is very important with titanium leader material to put it through the eye and fold it over. If we don't fold it over now and just snip those tags end off, what's going to happen is fish going to bite it. If it bites the front hook, great. If it bites the back hook, it's just going to pull out the leader material since it's very slippery. I'm getting towards the part where I cut the material and it's very sharp. So I'm just going to avoid it. And there we have it, guys. It's my favorite way of attaching any kind of articulation to a lure, whether it's two single hooks or two trebles or anything else. So it's not going to pull out. But my other doubts were that it's very slippery and it will be easy for a fish to maneuver it around, let's say to twist it or to reposition it on the hook. It's not so easily done on a treble hook, since these 2 points are blocking this tag end from sliding around. On a single hook, it seems that it's easier to do. If you look at this lure, this became one of my favorite lures because it caught me my biggest trout ever and the biggest trout on the channel. And that trout, it really tested the lure. It gave it some good death rolls and pulls and head shakes. Let me attach the footage. Yes! Oh, that's a trout, guys! That's a trout! I can't believe this. After I managed to pull the trout onto the bank, as it was rolling, the back hook got caught onto some roots and I couldn't lift it because it got kind of stuck. And I really pulled on this articulated joint.
I can't. Oh, he hooked onto there.
When you look at the joint, it did not move, not even a millimeter. And it's still orientated the right way. So if you look at it that way, this loop is on the same plane as the hooks, and both of them are facing down. Give it a go, guys. Now you know how to attach the titanium leader material joint in the proper way with no wastage, so you can land that fish and save those bucks. And I might as well finish tying the lure for you so you see how it comes out at the end.